Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lona and I'm a planning and evolution engineer. And as a planning and evolution engineer, I touch on various aspects of IT. So if you're new here, karibu sana. This is a YouTube channel where we share IT information in general, information that we feel like it's useful in growing our IT career. So remember to check on my previous videos. Kindly share the videos as much as possible. Also give a like on each and every of those videos, and also remember to subscribe. Kindly subscribe. So today, guys, I want us to look at top 10 skills to acquire going into 2023. So 2022 is almost coming to an end, and we thank God for so many things. We thank God for the gift of life, and also thank God for the fact that we are able to achieve our goals. I'm very sure that you're able to achieve your goals. So congratulations for that. Kudos for that. And so going into the new year 2023, what are your plans as far as your IT career is concerned? You know, we have different plans for our lives. We have different what do you call them? Um, let me just say plans for our lives. As when every time we are entering a new year. But as far as your IT career is concerned, what are your plans? Are you the kind of a person who wants to maybe acquire a new skill, like myself? In our company, we call it one more skill. So I really feel like I want an extra skill for myself. Or are you a kind of a person who wants to maybe shift to a different field, maybe still within IT, or maybe just outside IT totally? Or are you just want to make sure that you're growing and growing in that particular area that you're in at the moment? So we are different, but I'm very sure that at least we have a plan or two as far as our IT careers is concerned. So for me, I said I want to acquire a new skill going into next year, and I went online and I was looking at what are the current trending skills that companies are looking out for at the moment. What are the current IT products which are coming to the market at the moment? You know, and from that I was able to make a list of 10 different areas of growth that we can actually make sure that we at least we have one of these in our career development paths. So we know that at the moment there are different things coming into the market. You know, companies are embracing different things to become more tech oriented and things like that. And so from my skill here, I hope that once I'm done, you'll be able to at least pick something that you can also maybe make it a plan for yourself to work on going into next year. So going direct to my list here, number one and number two. Remember, I said I was looking at, you know, what are the trending things in the IT sector right now, and what are the most sought after skills in the market right now. And I was able to come up with this list. So I'm very sure that it will be like helpful by the end of this video, and I hope that you'll be able to pick at least one of these areas to work on. Remember, these are not like new skills per se. These are the skills which are actually part of us at the moment. You know, at least you have one of these skills right now, but maybe you can actually make it a point of picking an extra skill to work on for the new year. So in my number one and number two, I have artificial intelligence and machine learning. So these are the two areas which are really surprising us, and they're also still going to surprise us going forward, because these are the skills that are making sure that we are getting products in the market which are very intelligent, self-operational, or operating more like human beings. The other day we had a self-driving vehicle. So these are the kind of companies who are looking for people with such kind of skills, artificial intelligence and machine learning, and the two are kind of really related. So artificial intelligence is that way of making our systems become self-operational, or rather intelligent, or I can say operate more like human beings. And machine learning is actually a way to achieve that. So they are kind of related. And so if you want to get yourself into these new areas, I can say go for it. Maybe the market may not be so much big as far as artificial intelligence is concerned here in Kenya, but outside, you know, where we have these self-driving vehicles and other products which I may not know at this point, those are the companies, very lucrative companies which are looking for people with skills in this area. So I can say go for it, because it's an area that is going into the future. It's going to be really huge, and I can assure you that you'll never miss a job, and you'll actually get a job which is really paying well. As far as machine learning is concerned, as I've said, it's a subset of artificial intelligence, but it also has many different areas of application. We've seen applications in medicine, you know, telemedicine and things like that. We've seen applications in things like speech recognition. We've seen applications in things like predictive learning and things like that. So it's a field that's also really going to have very wide applications, and I can say it's going to really grow and surprise us going forward into the future. So if you want to get yourself into these two, artificial intelligence and machine learning, go for it, and I can assure you it's something that you'll actually enjoy going into the future. Number three in my list, I have data science and data analytics. So this is also another really, really key field for many companies. Companies are actually using data to make predictions for their future growth. And these are the kind of people who will actually help companies to do that. And even at the moment, companies are really, really looking forward for data scientists and data analysts to be able to use the data that they have to see how they are actually performing in the market, to see the rates of consumption of their products, and definitely that one can be used by companies to make future growth uh, prediction areas, so rather to ensure that they are actually going forward in terms of their growth, in terms of their competition in the IT industry. And so these are the kind of people who help companies to make such decisions. So as a data scientist, as a data analyst, I can assure you that you'll never miss a job in these big companies, especially big tech companies who are really, really using data to make sure that they're coming up with future growth areas, or rather just to make sure that they're predicting their next their next how can I put it? Then next competitive areas, So data scientist and data analyst, you will never, never miss a job, especially in this big tech company. So go for it and go for it full force. Number four is software engineering. So software engineering is a field that has always been there. It will always be there. It will never go anywhere. Companies are depending on software developers to come up with products that consumers can actually enjoy interacting with. I think the only thing that's changing as far as software development is concerned is the kind of products which are coming to the market. Are you coming up with a product which is really, making the end user, enjoy using it? The kind of interactive products, the kind of dynamic products, such kind of things. So as a software developer, maybe you should actually be looking out for the kind of programming languages which can actually be key in making or coming up with products which end users are able to interact with very easily and they can actually enjoy. So software engineers are actually always being sought after. If you look at a company like Microsoft, they're really, really looking out for software engineers, and you can actually be one of those people who get such jobs in such big companies. So if you want to become a software engineer, or if you're already one, just make sure that you're always upskilling, you're always making sure that you're knowing things, you're learning the best that you can, so that you can actually get yourself a good job in a good company. Number five in my list, I have cybersecurity. This is also another really, really critical area for many companies. Remember, as long as companies have computers and computer systems, cybersecurity has to be there no matter what, because systems have to be safe. If you go online and search for, the cyber attacks which are happening right now, you can actually find so many of them. And companies want to make sure that their systems are safe from attacks. And also, just apart from even the external attacks, there's the in-house upkeeping, things like, making sure that the systems are up to date, the softwares are, up to date, you're running on the latest patches and things like that, so that the systems are actually kept safe and avoid such external attacks. So companies are really looking for very skilled cybersecurity engineers to help them to make sure that their computer systems are safe. So if you want to become a cyber security engineer, or if you're already one, make sure that you're doing your best. You're always upskilling. You're always making sure that you are getting the best skills in the market, so that you can get yourself a good job as a cyber security engineer, because this is a field that companies will always look out for. Always, and you can get a really, really good paying job as a cyber security engineer. Number six is my list is DevOps engineering is also a field that is really, really trending at the moment. If you go online and look for DevOps engineering roles, you will actually get so many of them. This is a field that is helping companies to make sure that their processes of software development are fast and kind of automated, so that you have that continuous releasing of softwares within a very short time. So DevOps engineers are people who actually make sure that those processes are really, really seamless, and there's that continuity in terms of development and deploying of products. So if you want to know what a DevOps engineer is all about, I have a video on that. So check on it, check who is a DevOps engineer and what are the tools that are needed for a DevOps engineer to know. And so from that, you'll understand who's a DevOps engineer. And if you want to get yourself into the field of DevOps engineering, I can say go for it, because as I've said, this is a field that is really, really growing, because you remember we've moved from the old ways of waterfall method of product development to agile, and DevOps is actually one of those methods that's making agile really, really work nicely. So if you want to get yourself into DevOps engineering, go for it. It's a really, really nice field. Number 7 in my list is cloud computing. So cloud computing is also really being embraced by companies right now. Remember, companies are actually embracing cloud computing. They are moving from the in-house infrastructure to cloud-based infrastructure. They can be getting services from the big cloud providers like AWS or Azure or Google, and depending on whichever the cloud computing company they choose, as a cloud computing engineer, you should be able to understand the aspects of the concepts of cloud, how cloud operates, and how to maybe do migrations from in-house to the cloud during the times that companies are actually migrating from in-house to the cloud. Or they can actually decide to have their own kind of private cloud. So you should also be able to understand what cloud is all about, the concepts of cloud, how to build a private cloud for your company and things like that. So this is also one of the areas that companies are really looking for people who are skilled in, so that they can also help them to move from in-house infrastructure to cloud-based infrastructure. So you can actually go out and look for what cloud computing is all about and get yourself in there. And I can assure you that it's a field that you'll never miss a job, and you'll actually get a really well paying job. You can also get a job just working with those cloud computing companies, like Azure and AWS and Google. You can actually find yourself working with them, and these are the kind of skills that are needed for you to be able to work with such giant cloud computing companies or other cloud providers, those big cloud providers. Yeah. In my number 8 here, I have IoT, Internet of Things. This is also another area that is really, really nice. It's an area that has made our work easier. We can do remote management of our houses, of our cars, of our, things like that. So it's an area that's really, really interesting, and it's an area that you can actually become self-employed. If you're really good in IoT and you can actually come up with products that you can sell to customers and convince them that these products are working in this kind of way. They can assist you in doing this and that, doing your remote monitoring of this and that. That's a really, really good area for you to become self-employed, or even to just be coming up with products and selling to companies. As long as you can convince a company that this is a product that can actually help you in this way or that way, it's a really, really good field to be in. So if you want to know what IoT is all about, Internet of Things is all about, just go online, Google about it, and it's a really, really nice field to get yourself into. Number 9 is in my list is networking. Networking is always there. As so long as companies have computers, computer systems, networking has to be there, because that's the only way computers talk to each other and also talk to the internet. So as a networking person, if you want to get yourself into networking, it's a really, really nice field to get into. You just need to understand the big providers of networking products, the likes of Cisco, the likes of Juniper, and the rest. So you need just to upskill in that, just understand how their products work and understand how you can set up a network using such products. And with that, you can actually get a really, really good job. But just look at any company that you want to work for and look at the kind of networking products that they are using. From there, you can actually learn that kind of product. And the moment you have skills and apply for a job, I can assure you that it's a field that you will never, never miss a job. Number 10 in my list here is project management. This is a really, really interesting area, because I know most people don't want to become project managers, but this is a really, really nice field, and most companies are they're looking out for good skilled project managers, because there's no way a project can come to completion without a project manager. Project managers have these soft skills, they have these negotiating skills, they're able to negotiate for resources, physical, like human resources, or even like devices and things like that. They also negotiate about the budget for that particular project, the timelines for the project. They're able to lead people to doing things, in order for them to be able to accomplish that project in good time. So it's really, really a good field. There's no project that's going to go to completion without a project manager. So it's really an open field for many people, because companies look for project managers for different sectors in a company. You can have a project manager for your IT project. You can have a project manager for a different project, depending on what that company does. They can actually have different project managers for different projects within the company. So it's a really, really good area. If you feel like you have such skills, like mostly soft skills, and so negotiating skills, leadership skills, you can actually become a good project manager. So with that, guys, let me just read my list from top to bottom. one by one. So number one, artificial intelligence. Number two, machine learning. Number three, data science and data analytics. Number four, software development. Number five, cybersecurity. Number six, DevOps. Number seven, cloud computing. Number eight, IoT, Internet of Things. Number nine, networking. And number 10, project management. So if you want to get yourself into one of those, go for it. And you've already, skilled. I know we have at least one of these skills right now, and you want to acquire an extra skill or one more skill, just go for it from my list here. And if you think that there's something that is really key which I left out from my list, kindly leave it in the comment section. Or probably you're in this field and you feel like it's a really interesting field that you want to let people know about, also leave it there in the comments section. So I really, really wish you prosperous new year. May your plans come through as we start a new year, and as we end 2022. I want to thank God for everything, for the gift of life. Thank you for for the things that we've achieved so far, and I really wish you happy holidays. Enjoy yourself during this December holidays, but make sure that you keep safe. Keep your children safe, keep your family safe, keep yourself safe. If you're going to travel, I wish you safe travels and happy holidays. Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year 2023. Bye.